Yo, 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 what's going on, Karma Nation? It's your boy Tristan, aka Sriracha DFS, coming to you guys back with once again another NBA DFS DraftKings Picks video for January 30th, 2022 on a Sunday, an NFL playoff Sunday, that is. It's going to be a good day today. It's going to be a great day. So if you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe to the DFS Karma YouTube channel for more daily media content and our live streams. Also, make sure you like the video if you do indeed like the content, if it helps you at all, if you like anything about it. Please go ahead and hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Karma, of course, greatly appreciates it as well. And yeah, let's get into it. We have a nice 5-gamer. Obviously, it's not as big as the 2 NFL playoff games that are today, but we still got some NBA action. Right before that, let's go ahead and, or right before I jump in, actually, let's go ahead and do a little review of last night's slate. So here we got Luka Doncic as the top Karma value. He did really well, actually. He smashed, at least on FanDuel. I'm not sure if on DraftKings, I don't remember if he completely smashed his price, but I know he did well. Joel Embiid did okay. Jalen Brunson smashed. Porzingis didn't do too well. He actually got hurt, didn't return, so that was an L. John Morant didn't do as great as his price wants. He had, I think, 34 points and barely any peripherals, which is very, very, very strange to me. Rashawn Holmes did okay. Bam Adebayo did pretty good for his price. Actually, I believe that game went into triple OT. Let's see. Ooh, bam. 14, 16, 3. Well, he actually... well, that's not so bad. Yeah. I mean, if you played anyone in that Toronto-Miami game, you probably cashed. Steph Curry did okay. James Harden. So this was obviously not updated when the Brooklyn news came out that James Harden was out, so you don't see someone like Kyrie Irving up here. But Tobias did okay. Steven Adams absolutely crushed it. Jaren Jackson did okay. Jimmy Butler crushed. Fred VanVleet did okay. Desmond Bane did meh. Tyler Hero did okay. And then as we go down, obviously things get worse. Wish I saw more of the Toronto guys up here. But of course, you can't really predict a double OT or triple OT. But you can predict that Gary Trent did pretty well even before the first OT. So, yeah, I mean, you don't get all sunshine and rainbows all the time. Obviously, this wasn't too great of a result from the portal itself, but he still had some gems. With that being said, let's just hop straight into this 5-gamer. We got Cleveland at Detroit, first game on the slate. We got Lauri Markkanen out, and that's really all that matters because we knew Colin Sexton and Ricky Rubio out for the season. With that being said, we have Darius Garland at 8.6K with Rondo back. His upside is limited. He still has some upside here, but he doesn't handle the ball as much with Rondo out on the court. He doesn't. I guess he just isn't needed for 100% ball handling like he was when Rondo was out. Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley are basically the same price now. Like I said and like I've been saying, I'd probably take Jarrett Allen over Evan Mobley, especially at the same price. Kevin Love had a great game against the Bucks. Obviously, they are really bad at perimeter defense. So Kevin Love and Chetty both went nuts shooting-wise. I don't expect it to happen here again. So I'm probably going to fade both Kevin Love and Chetty. Dang, Chetty. Let's see his pass stats. I mean, look at that. He had a 38-point game and then a 4-point. Like, dude, he's the epitome of inconsistency. I mean, if you like GPP play, he's fine at 4K. I'm probably not going to touch him. I think that's once in a blue moon, to be honest, for his output. But if this game does blow out, he'll probably see the blowout minutes. And this is subject to because it's Detroit. On the Detroit side, we got Jeremy Grant out still. Kelly Olynyk out. Josh Jackson is questionable. Doesn't really change much. I guess you'll see more Rodney McGruder and maybe some more Frank Jackson if Josh Jackson's out. But here you have Detroit in a very tough matchup against Cleveland. I honestly don't like anyone on this side. Maybe some Killian Hayes and GPPs. He's been pretty nice. playing off the bench. Trey Lyles is worth a look in GPPs. Besides that, I just don't think I'd get to anyone here with how bad this team has been. Everyone's basically healthy, besides Jeremy and Kelly Olynyk, and besides it, like I said, it's a tough matchup. So I don't know if I'm going to touch anyone here. That's my look as of now. We'll see how things turn out tomorrow with news and stuff. But Denver at Milwaukee next game. Will Barton is probable. He's probably going to play. DeMarcus Cousins is probable as well. And Jamal Murray out. Michael Porter Jr. out. Kankar out. JaMychal Green. Just a little update. All right. So, with news that Will Barton's probable, assuming he doesn't sit again going from probable to out, which we did see the other day, everyone is basically in play and healthy for Denver against a fast-paced Milwaukee team that's been pretty brutal, I guess, defensively, pretty bad. I'm liking the perimeter guys more, like Aaron Gordon. Austin Rivers is worth a look in GPPs. I think Monte Morris is okay. He's very inconsistent, so he's definitely a GPP play for me. Jeff Green is definitely worth a look here at 3.9K. Maybe Bryn Forbes, actually. Bryn Forbes might be very, very sneaky tomorrow. 3.2K, has been shooting a ton off the bench. He just had, I guess 25 minutes was because of Will Barton being out, but he should see at least around 18 to 20 minutes with in this matchup again. And it's sort of a revenge game. Obviously, it's not too big, but he did play for Milwaukee in the past. So 3.2K for a punt, definitely not out of the question there. And Jokic at 12.4 might be too expensive for me, especially with Milwaukee knowing he's going to be the main center, main part of their offense. They could try and do more defensive schemes against Jokic. We'll see. On the Milwaukee side, Brook Lopez out. George Hill is doubtful. Rodney Hood is, I believe, probable. So with George Hill being doubtful, it opens up some more guard minutes for the wings of Milwaukee. I don't think it directly benefits anyone. You'll see Dante DiVincenzo with maybe a couple more minutes. Grayson Allen is worth a look in GPPs. Definitely with the 30-minute upside there, playing more minutes than Connaughton and Dante DiVincenzo, so he's definitely worth a look. Besides that, everyone's pretty pricey. I mean, Giannis is pricey here at 11.8. Chris Middleton's pretty pricey at 8.2. Drew Holiday's okay. I think if I were to play anyone, it'd probably be Drew here for me at 7.6. Bobby Portis doesn't have the production behind him as much anymore with everyone healthy. So Drew and then maybe Giannis for me. Dallas at Orlando. Next game on the slate. Kristaps Porzingis already not going to play tomorrow. So that's huge news. I love Brunson. I love Doncic. Dorian Finney-Smith is definitely in play. My man Maxi Kleber probably will be very popular tomorrow. With THJ, Tim Hardaway Jr. out, opens up minutes for guys like Reggie Bullock off the bench, who had a monster night last night, making 6 out of 8 threes. Obviously, it's tough to reproduce that, but he's definitely in play as a GPP punt. Besides that, I'm mainly focusing on Luka, Brunson, DFS, and Kleber. On the Orlando side, we have Markelle Fultz out, Michael Carter Williams, Jonathan Isaac, RJ Hampton, Etuan Moore still out. And basically, this team has a chance to keep this game close if they play up to their standards. And with Kristaps being out, with Dallas on a back-to-back, Orlando has a chance to keep this game close. And that might be one of the angles that you can attack this slate for tomorrow. Wendell Carter Jr. is now 6.3K. He has been awful offensively. His last really good game was, I believe, against the Bulls. Yeah. And then 34 fantasy points at this price is very, very nice with more upside, in my opinion. He has more upside here, too. So I do like Wendell at 6.3 at this price. Franz Wagner's okay. Don't know if I'd touch him there. Mo Bamba, worth a look in GPPs. Terrence Ross is a guy to monitor. If he's getting these minutes, again, over 20 minutes, he's definitely worth a punt at 3.7. Obviously, we saw Jalen Suggs not play as much last game. Cole Anthony had a crazy blow-up game against the Clippers. And then I think against this past team, he didn't do so well, I guess, efficiency-wise, but DFS-wise, he did pretty well. So it's either Cole Anthony or Suggs for me. One, not both. I don't have a certain lead as of now. Moving on, Utah at Minnesota. Donovan Mitchell is questionable, which is the biggest news of this slate, in my opinion. Trent Forrest is questionable as well, and then Rudy Gobert is out. So with Rudy Gobert out, Hassan Whiteside has been playing the center spot. Definitely worth a look again against Towns, but you know how Towns likes to play the perimeter a little bit. Could run Whiteside off the court or keep him out of the paint. So I'm not sure if I'd touch him at 6.4K. Jordan Clarkson has let down at 6.7. I mean, he's pretty pricey. I think that's basically his ceiling right now, 35. So I don't know if I touch him at that price. Mike Conley, same thing at 6.9. And obviously, it all depends on if Donovan Mitchell is in or out. So if he's in, bump down to everyone. If he's out, everyone's priced basically the way they should be. Bogdanovic has had so much trouble lately with his left ring finger avulsion. He's been seeing the ill effects of it, shooting 1 of 9 from 3. Just look at his shooting percentages for the last few games. It's been absolutely garbage. I don't expect it to change here. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't seem comfortable, turning worst shooting performances of the season, tossing his splint towards the scorer's table. So he's definitely pissed of wearing that thing. I don't know if it's going to hamper him much more. Continue to, actually. So I might avoid this for now to see if we get Donovan Mitchell news. If he's out, Bog is worth a look in GPPs, but that finger doesn't seem like good news for him. So with that being said, you can look at the secondary pieces around him. Joe Ingles used to benefit from no Donovan Mitchell. He has been looking too hot without him. Rudy Gay, worth a look in GPPs. Daniel House Jr. Daniel House Jr. Definitely a GPP punt with his production the last few games, especially this past game against Memphis. He had a 30-point explosion. Definitely worth a look in GPPs, seeing that if they need some offense, I mean, they're going to have to find it somewhere. Clarkson, Conley, since Bog is, like I just said, his fingers bothering him a ton. So you're going to have to find offense somewhere. And yeah, there are a ton of GPP plays for this Utah team right now. Minnesota side, we got D'Angelo Russell as questionable, sat the last game and left the game before that. Pat Beverly is questionable as well, has not played the last few games. Josh Okogie is questionable. I think that's new. So we need to wait for the news for, I guess, both these teams, Utah and Minnesota. It sucks. It's one of the last games of the slate. So I don't think we're going to get that news before lock. So make sure you plan accordingly. If D'Lo is in, bump down to everyone. If D'Lo's out, bump up to Towns. Bump up to Anthony Edwards a ton. Anthony Edwards gets a huge usage bump without D'Angelo Russell and absolutely performs. Jared Vanderbilt is okay. I guess I would look at him for GBPs. Jalen Noel, I played a ton of him last slate, got absolutely burned because Malik Beasley decided to be the one to go off. That was partially because Jalen Noel just got into super foul trouble and then did not get in rhythm for the rest of the game. So I probably might go back to Noel here if D'Lo and Beverly are out. And then you could pivot to Beasley if you don't like that Noel play. But I definitely would play one of those guys if Bev and Russell are out. And moving on, San Antonio Phoenix last game on the slate. This is where most of the value I think might come from, just because you see this right here. DeJounte out, Derek White out, Jacob Poeltl out. So with that news, you're going to see probably I'm hoping Jock Landale start, and I love him. 3K minimum price, lock that in. All these guys, as you can see, are below 6K, and they're going to have to play a ton of minutes against this Phoenix team who they could get Aiden and Jay Crowder back. So you're going to have to watch that news too. But On this side, Keldon Johnson gets a usage bump. Devin Vassell is probably going to start. Lonnie Walker probably starts. Primo probably starts along with Doug McDermott. We'll probably see these four. Actually, no, that doesn't even include Jock Londale. So one of these guys will sit. I'm hoping it's Primo, but it might be Lonnie Walker because they might want to keep bench scoring, or at least have someone on the bench that, oh, Trey Jones, that's right. We might see Trey Jones start at point guard with Primo and Lonnie off the bench with these four and Landale. I think that's what it's going to be. Trey Jones, Vassell, McDermott, Keldon Johnson, Landale. And if that's the case, I do like me some Devin Vassell. Love him there at that price. I love Londale, and Trey Jones definitely might be a look here as well, considering he starts, if he starts. On the Phoenix side, we got, DeAndre Ayton questionable, big news. JaVale McGee questionable, Jay Crowder questionable, and then Abdel Nader, Dario Saric, Cameron Payne, Frank Kaminsky out. They put Cam Johnson at 5.9 now. It's a pace-up spot for Phoenix. Definitely need the news here to see if anyone's actually playable, because if Ayton and Jay Crowder are back in, everyone gets a bump down. I'm not paying 9.8 for Devin Booker with Ayton in. I'm not paying 9.5 for Chris Paul with Ayton in. Definitely not paying 5.9 for Cam Johnson either way. If Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton are in or out, I'm not paying that price. Mikal Bridges at 5.6. If those two are in, I'm off that dude as well. And obviously Biyombo, if Ayton's in, I'm off him. But yeah, I mean, this all depends on Ayton and Jay Crowder. Y'all heard what I just said regarding who gets a bump in or bump up or bump down if they do get ruled in or out. So with that being said, I'm probably not going to touch anyone here until we get that news, and it's unfortunate because we probably won't get that news before lock. But yeah, you have to take chances on this slate tomorrow, I think, and plan accordingly. If news doesn't go your way, make sure you guys have pivots. And yeah, that's all about what I got for this slate. If you did enjoy this NBA DFS DraftKings Picks video, please go ahead, hit that like button. Your boy would greatly appreciate it. Karma greatly appreciates it as well. Subscribe if you're new for more daily media content and live streams. Yeah, have a great Sunday. Good luck in your contest tomorrow. If you do watch football, please have a good day. Enjoy your time. And yeah, it's your boy Tristan, aka Sriracha DFS. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Peace.